I'm trying to keep my cool. I really am, because this stuff is hard to take. And I'll get to the calls in a little bit at 888-729-3776. 888-SAY-ESPN. I'll get to that in just a few minutes, but I'm not finished. I mean, you know, and let me not just, to show you how fair-minded I am, let me also take a moment to point out Marvin Lewis. There's nobody on this list that deserved to be fired more than Marvin Lewis. 16 years and you can't win one playoff game? 16 years and you couldn't win one playoff game. Marvin Lewis should have been 5 years ago. I've said it many times. I'll say it again. I don't want to hear anything about, oh, look at what he inherited. You had 16 years, not 3 or 4. 16 years. You couldn't win a playoff game. 7 times he went to the playoff game. That means 9 times he missed it. Not one single playoff victory. Not one. Not one. Not one. Not one. Nothing. I got my brother, my man Boris Battle, one of my best friends in the world, who I love dearly, texting me from Minneapolis, telling me to keep calm. Because my brother knows me from my years as teammates at Winston-Salem and beyond. Been my friend for 30 years. I love him. That's my brother. So I'm going to be cool. And as a tribute and as a testament to him, I'm going to try not to blow my top. But I'm so ticked off. I don't even know what to say to y'all right now. I'm literally going on a fly. I don't know what to say because the kind of stuff that I want to say is not suitable for FCC airwaves. And I work for Mickey Mouse. I'm so ticked off. Hell with it. I'm pissed. I got to let it out. One of them. That's how ticked off I am. You know, Marvin Lewis deserved to be fired and then got the nerve to give his recommendation. Who the hell cares about a recommendation from you if you're a member of the Cincinnati Bengals organization? That brother's lucky if he gets a taxi ride home. You ain't won nothing. I understand you got him to the playoffs 7 times, and that's nothing to sneeze at. But for 16 years, you couldn't win a single playoff game, and you got the nerve to open your mouth talking about you going to give Hugh Jackson a recommendation. I like you. Had him on First Take, my television show on ESPN, every weekday, 10 a.m. to noon Eastern, 7 to 9 a.m. Pacific. The man was 3-36-1. That's a .088 winning percentage. Do you have any idea how atrocious that is? Love you. Want him to get a coordinator's job. Head coach? No. 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 Not now. No. Marvin Lewis, he deserves to be a head coach somewhere else. My issue with him was being kept in Cincinnati. What did you mean? What are you saying to the Cincinnati fan base? If you bring somebody back year after year after year that can't win a playoff game, what you're saying to them is shut the hell up, give us your money, and watch the football games. That's what you're saying. The Cincinnati Bengals organization, for more than a decade, gave Cincinnatians the middle finger. They said, to y'all. That's what they did. That's what they did. Until they finally got rid of Marvin Lewis. If Marvin Lewis gets a job anywhere else in the National Football League as a head coach, I won't say a word. Because I know the man knows football. And he's accomplished enough to deserve a head coaching job somewhere. So I'm not going to sniff at that. I was talking about him in Cincinnati. You can't have the same man there, can't win a playoff game and keep him on a job like that, like it's no big deal. You robbing people when you do that. And that's what Cincinnati did. But let me give you an indication of what might be the biggest robbery that's taken in place. Let me say this. And I want to preface my comments by saying this is tough coming from me. Because the man that I'm about to talk about is somebody I have profound respect for in terms of his work. I don't know him personally. And I got friends of mine that work at the NFL Network. Mainly the playmaker, mainly primetime Deion Sanders, mainly my guy Galen Gordon, who's a former producer here at ESPN, who's like a brother to me, like a little brother to me. Let me say this. I'm getting sick and tired of the kind of stuff that I'm seeing. This kind of nepotism. See, this is where racial dynamics come in, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's making some of y'all uncomfortable out there. I don't talk about this stuff much, regardless of how y'all try to paint it. But I'm going to talk about it today. And if I make you uncomfortable, I don't give a damn. You can go to hell. Let me tell you something. Mike Mayock is your new general manager in Oakland? Really? Mike Mayock, outstanding NFL analyst, especially on the draft. Not questioning him at all. Mike Mayock, if you are listening anywhere, sir, my sincere apologies to you because I am in no way being disrespectful or denigrating you, sir. I don't know you. I know I'm familiar with your work. I think you're fantastic. That's not where I'm going with this, ladies and gentlemen. Where I'm going is Mike Mayock has never held a position in an NFL front office. Ever. Ever. Reggie McKenzie's gone and he's now John Gruden's GM because they're friends. John Lynch, Super Bowl champion, who was also doing broadcast work in San Francisco. Garoppolo doesn't get hurt. The San Francisco 49ers have a better season than they had. I get it. There's something to be said about John Lynch being gift-wrapped Jimmy Garoppolo by Bill Belichick. Okay, that's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, very, very simple question. Same way along the lines of the 70% black NFL league, with only 2 black head coaches now, only 1 black general manager, 0 minority owners, 0 black owners. Oh, by the way, in an age where the Rooney Rule is supposed to be in existence. And I don't even know whether the policy is being honored. That league. Is a black John Lynch or a black Mike Mayock even possible? No experience? None? 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 And you're the general managers. The general managers. Do you know how many minority candidates have toiled through the National Football League for decades? They'd be happy if they were just a scout. Because the opportunities are so scarce. You would think that in our day and age, that there would be people that would at least have the decency to say, there is a process that should be honored and followed, if for no other reason than appearances and optics. But do folks care? No. But we want to talk about fairness. I live this every day, ladies and gentlemen. Watching one person after another, no disrespect to them whatsoever, but have clearly been elevated and placed into a position of influence and power with no credentials whatsoever that validates them earning the opportunity. I am not saying that John Lynch will not do a good job. I am not saying that Mike Mayock won't do an outstanding job. What I am saying is there is something to be said about you being granted the opportunity. Opportunities that would never be afforded to a minority. But we moving forward in 2019, huh? We were beyond all of this, huh? All right. Sure. 888-SAY-ESPN. That's 3776 ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Customers who switch to Progressive can save an average of $668. Call or click today and find out if we could save you hundreds on your car insurance. I have no doubt that I'm making people, even at this very, very network, uncomfortable with this conversation. To my bosses who support diversity and who support diverse opinions and obviously support me by having me in this position, I thank you and I appreciate you. To everybody else, I don't give a damn how you feel. If I'm making you uncomfortable, that's the one thing I have to smile about right now. Go to the break. Be back in a minute.
Need game tickets? Find your seats at Vivid Seats.